Yes, there we go.
Straight into it. So actually, early on, we're seeing a very nice short boost coming up from two of the Astralis players. We're seeing, I think that's dupreeh and cajunb up on short there. So now they've got a really nice position. Hayes is going to get, Tarek's going to get spot out in lower tunnels, and this short push attempted by CLG is going to get a bit shut down now. Now they can't commit to it, knowing there's two players challenging there. The players will finally drop off, no damage done on either side, but a lot of information gathered from that play.
Yeah, this tournament has so much aggression on the mid of Dust2. T players are going to be stacking up outside of long and short, so it seems likely that it's going to be an A split coming in, as Device is in actually very good position to deal with the incoming push, at least from the guys on short. And as long as his teammate can hold down the push at long, then that should work out nicely for the CTs.
Yeah, but going into recent performance from Astralis and Dust2, they 16-2'd method this tournament, so I think they've got a bit of confidence going into this. And the confidence is going to be capitalised on cajunb picking up a triple kill towards long and Device a double kill towards short. So CLG had nothing out of that round. They just got absolutely, completely just torn apart by Astralis, just one-taps everywhere.
And I think one of the things that CLG should be, you know, taking from this tournament is actually how many pistol rounds they've lost. I think they've lost, the majority of the pistol rounds at least. And we saw them versus B2, where a lot of the pistol rounds, they would just instantly die, every single one, without getting a single kill. And now we saw it again here versus Astralis, so they need to put some work into the pistol round now. cajunb going to be taking out the first, Karrigan with another, Cajun finding yet another, and that's 3 already down from CLG. And they have forced up into this round, so them not really getting anything from it so far is not looking too good. Fugly going to be taking down one, but Tarek, I don't think he's going to find anybody. He's going to be taken down, and a lot of SMGs as well, a lot of SMG kills. cajunb with 3, so he's Mr. Cash Monet, who now has almost 6k. And now they're going into the eco, so he might even build up a bigger bank here.
If you see like a long rush or wherever Cajun's space going towards the middle, be here. Nope, back. He doesn't seem to. No, he's just sitting around the CT spawn. If we see a long rush here or a short rush, Cajun could do some serious damage right now, and that would be fun to see, because obviously when you go to like the fourth round with 9k in your bank, it's pretty crazy. And oh no, Cajun. He's going to be in the perfect position for this. So he's just going to push towards long, dropping towards CT. He lands one. He's going to go for some more, but obviously this isn't the best gun to spray down with a long ranges. And Device is also going to chime in for him instead. Cutler actually getting a kill with a Glock there towards dupreeh. And obviously Cajun's still low, so he's not going to be challenging, but Device actually taking a fair bit of damage from Cutler as well. But he will finally go down to the aggression from Karrigan, supporting his teammate there in Astralis, securing a third round with only the loss of dupreeh there. But it's not going to matter, because cajunb, he has 6k after buying a rifle. He had 9k that round.
And he has 7-0-0, so he's like a reverse James Bond here. He's playing like he could potentially be James Bond. Honestly, he's been running around with the USP silence. That's like, yeah, full-on James Bond. I really like it. All we need now is just like a secretary to send him cool gear. I'm not a James Bond.
You can be money penny.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's actually making a bunch of money pennies, so possibly that's the real reverse James Bond. Or maybe he's just making penny money. That would be the actual reverse James Bond, I guess. Just to keep going with his really stupid and poor joke.
Yeah.
But Device with an AWP.
He has got one indeed. 4 rifles coming out from CLG. They're going to be heading towards short. This is interesting because Fugly smoking the short box and pushing up, joining Hazed over on Cat here. They should be able to push up. That nade's going to push Hazed all the way down to 8 HP, and there's going to be 2 players on Astralis holding short at the moment. A third rotating in from CT spawn. That's going to be Device with the AWP, so he can support towards longer now. And we're going to see Cajun on the back of the site playing more passive angle here. He's got a great position as well. So Astralis just holding this down. CLG are yet to find a pick or at least get any information other than, hey guys, Hazed is really, really low after that nade onto him. So right now CLG receiving the bomb at the top of the middle, and they got a default spread out. They got 9. That's going to be Cutler over towards long, holding that kind of push, and it seems that they're going to be maybe going towards either some mid to B split as they push the bomb into tunnel. So I think it's going to be more than likely at this point. Tarek going to be taking that straight into tunnel as the rest of the players push up mid. We see CLG do this a lot on Dust2. They actually take middle before they drop the smoke, because obviously the smoke takes a while to drop down into CT spawn. So they actually push out to middle before they drop it, which is a good call because it saves time and it gives less time for Astralis to rotate. But Device is going to get a shot off through the smoke, and Karrigan just running through it is going to do some damage as well over on the B side. As Tarek challenges, he does find that frag actually, and now it's going well for CLG. They're going to be picking up a bunch of frags onto Astralis, and the bomb will just go down with a few seconds remaining. But Device, he's going to be the man to clutch this really. We're going to see, I think there's Cutler running towards the top of middle here, and if Device goes in through tunnel, he could definitely commit to this and retake. But with the lack of the kit here, he's going to want to go for the save. obviously kit's so important. 5 seconds may not seem like a long time, but it's such a long time when you get down to the last second of the clutch there, trying to get a defuse in and not having a kit. And Cutler's going to be towards long, which is where Device is going to be almost settling out towards the A site, so just holding CT spawn here. And I think if Cutler goes for a bit of post-round aggression, he could probably pick off Device here. He doesn't realise he's actually very close to his left.
And Device has the money to buy a kit, but has decided not to do it. Now getting slightly timed here. It's not on your screen, but it's got slightly timed by Tarek, where he is going to be taking down a Cutler, going for this aggression that you were looking for, but he's not going to be challenging in the end, and I like that decision from him. Now, a bit of carelessness coming out from Cajun, who flashes through the smoke and then actually doesn't check the corner. The player hadn't even pushed through the smoke. He was still sat in the corner, and cajunb did not find him there. And then ends up going down, and that actually loses them the round. But also, a bit of a weird decision by COG. It looked like when they were trying to get into the B bomb site from mid, they sent their low HP player, I think it was Hayes, with only about 10 HP in as the first guy. I mean, you could do that to get information, but yeah, still, it just seems a bit like a weird decision. But Device makes no mistake. He's not making any weird decisions. This mid-aggression has just been working out for so many teams at this tournament so far, and Device with the AWP, of course, the best weapon to go for some aggressive peaks up middle, as it is quite a bit of a long-range engagement, but he's going to win both of the engagements that he took.
But this is a really good play over on the A site. You can see Cajun is actually pushed towards short, and the Device over at the back of the site is ready to pop a flash down. Occasionally needs some help on short, but of course we're going to see the mid to B push again come out from CLG. They've actually secured the B site again. Hayes, 10 HP is going to be the first man, and he will go down. Nice trade from Tarek, but now back down to a 2 versus 3. But Cutler, full flash through the smoke, takes down Cajun, and now it's a 2 versus 2. So this is a doable situation for CLG. The bomb will go down for the terrorists, but the Danes are going to be pushing him fast. Device coming from mid, and dupreeh going to be supporting from tunnel, but the Molotov forcing Device, he has to go through window now, and they're going to be ready to hold this. Tarek in a great position on the middle of the bomb site, and Cutler playing a great crossfire over towards window. This could work out very well for the Americans. dupreeh is getting ready to push through the smoke. The re-smoke is already out, and dupreeh actually very, very close hit to Cutler. They're not going to check the corner. Cutler has a great position. He sprays him down. One more player to go, and he does it. Cutler securing that 1 versus 2, and now finding the round for CLG. 2 rounds on the board now.
I much better like the decision this time around by sending Hayes in, because the round before, they sent in a guy with 10 HP to be the first in. They did it again this time, but this time he at least had a mate who was ready to trade him, and that was exactly what happened. But the other time, it was just Hayes running in by himself, and then getting picked up, and yeah, you do get the info, but it was, you know, so slow that he could have actually repositioned potentially, and then that information gained is more or less lost once again.
Essentially, yeah. Now Astralis, not known to risk any kind of crazy buys like this. They're just going to be sticking with the eco here. Bit of armor on dupreeh, and the rest of them just going for these pistols. Aggression up towards corners. We're going to see Jiffy go down with Tarek. No trade coming out as Tarek picks up a double kill, so that's good. Astralis aren't gaining anything off of CLG this round so far, and the early picks for CLG are going to be they have a nice buffer going into this round. They've got something to fall back on, 2 players in fact, and we're going to see Device go back over towards the B site here. So Astralis just waiting for the aggression from CLG, not wanting to get too aggressive now. I think this round's pretty much going to be a throwaway. They only invested a couple of pistols, and they should be able to buy up next, maybe. Oh, they might struggle with that a little bit. It'll be down to a self-elected decision from Karrigan if that's going to be worth the risk. And I think Astralis are playing well enough to justify it, and we're going to see dupreeh towards short. Going to pick up that 1 league. Device instead takes that player in tunnel, but Fugly is just going to go nuts, picking up a double kill. Actually, sorry, Hayes taking that onto the first player. And Device going to try and save this rifle, which would mean they definitely would be able to buy next round, but Cutler is over towards T-spawn. He's going to be ready for him. No armor. It's going to be Cutler will win that engagement there, and CLG securing 3. So now equalising the score.
Yeah. And the T side slightly favoured on Dust2. So COG will obviously be looking to win the majority of the rounds here in the first half. Now, I really like the decision of obviously smoking, or not smoking, molotoving off the bomb site. It's a very common decision, of course. If you have a molotov, it's something that you should pretty much do every single round. But dupreeh is one of those players who is kind of a deagle specialist, and he just gets so many headshots with deagles. He was in perfect positioning to do so, even though he didn't have any armor. So that molotov could have saved a gun or 2, and it was just a small $400 investment, which I really, really like. You know, the sound of. I also like the sound of Device's AWP once again shooting down a COG player. And that's another first strike. He's actually been getting quite a few here so far in this Dust2 game, but then gets taken down by Tarek.
Good shot by Tarek, though, just through the side of the door and equalising the situation into a 4-on-4. So now Device has been punished for that peek towards mid. A bit of aggression post-man advantage, which I don't agree with. But, you know, Device is just playing absolutely great today. So I can understand why he'd had that confidence. dupreeh going to be backing off towards long. And we're going to see Astralis reposition now after losing their AWP here. Instead, Karrigan going to be taking it for the CT side. And CLG heading towards a short and long split here. Two players coming out of either side, and Cage is going to be back towards the site here. He's going to be popping out on the ramp, flashing out from the teammate. Lots of damage he does. Pick up the kill onto Fugly. dupreeh actually coming out from long supporting him, and now the long push is also coming out. Hazed goes down, and dupreeh doesn't turn around in time. Cutler's going to secure that kill, but he will go down to long eventually, and Tarek is going to be last away. He spots out two players, but can't decide who to aim at, and Karrigan finishes him off.
Yeah, it was a round that unfolded very quickly, and actually, you know, COG, what they did here was they played mid just like any other round, and instead of taking early mid control and sneaking out into mid and then throwing the smoke, what they did was they went for, I don't think it was a standard mid smoke because it didn't look like it was bouncing off the wall, but they went for a fast mid smoke that didn't bounce off the wall, and therefore when Astralis saw that, they actually rotated a player down quickly to help towards B, and then they played short instead. So that's the mind games coming in. They've done the same play so many times. It's been paying off really well. They've been winning quite a few rounds here on this mid to B split, and this time Astralis were actually going to be rotating quickly. They used that fact, but still they did not unfortunately win the round. Device with yet another first frag here. I think that's his third, if I'm not mistaken. If not more, he might have actually gotten one in the pistol round as well. So that's, I think, 4 of the 8 rounds so far where he's gotten the first pick.
I think you're correct in that one. Yeah, Device is playing very well today, and you can see Astralis repositioning after getting that first kill. They are going to be playing more passive up towards long. It seems like they're going to be ready to push out, but dupreeh is very, very close to the smoke here. You can see in the mini-map in the top left that all the players are actually going to be pushing straight into his sights, and this could be great for dupreeh. They're going to flash his sights, and this could be great for dupreeh. They're going to flash, and he won't be ready for it. Hazed getting that kill instead. Now the advantage has been equalised. Neither team has it. Of course, the time is ticking down, so CLG need to hurry up and commit to a site now, and it seems like the B site is probably going to be their better choices. We only see one player from Astralis there. 3 players towards A. The mid-rotate will come out there from one player in CT spawn, and that's going to be Karrigan.
cajunb, the only guy with no utility. And if they play up short, it's going to be very hard for him to get more than 1 kill. Trade fragging is very effective when he's in such a close corner position. And then they're actually going to be peeking out into mid. Karrigan not using any of the utility that he did have. But once again, we actually see the trade fragging come into play, and that is perhaps because of Karrigan lacking utility.
But there's only 10 seconds left on the clock. They have to get onto the site. There's still a couple of players rotating in. Zepix is over towards window. He can peek out and stop this bomb plant. It could be huge for Astralis, and he is going to do so. Just trying to spray through the smoke. Won't land the shot, though. I think a bit of a risky play jumping out there anyway, so a good call by him. But the bomb going down now for the T's, and Astralis are going to be committing to this retake here. 3 versus 3. I know this is going to be difficult, but Cajun's going to go down the shot onto JDM over in tunnels, and now Astralis have to hurry up with this. The time is ticking down, and they do have the kits to work with. But Cutler and Hayes going to be holding up window. He goes for the spray. Hayes lands it. He's going to be jumping out into mid. He's not got a great position to hold this down. Peeking out again, but Cajun is going to be right there to finish him off. And now the defuse will come in with plenty of time remaining for the CTs, and that was so unlucky there. Hayes, he knew the risk of that play, jumping out into window. He had to equalise the score and turn it into a 1-on-1, but unluckily he gets double peaked by Astralis, who also play it perfectly, and he will go down, leaving the round to go to the Danes once again.
Yeah, it was a good play they actually made, because what they tried was they tried to push the player out and then play outside of the bomb site. With such limited time, due to the bomb ticking so fast and for so long, what they could have done is just play the time from outside, and it would be very hard for Astralis to get back into the round. But COG, once again, with limited economy, and yet they're still going to be forcing up due to them probably getting the bomb plan here. Now, I want to just point out that JDM has 0 frags in 8 rounds, and he is one of their top fraggers throughout this tournament so far, so he needs to step up if COG want to have any chance of getting back into this game.
Definitely so, and the bomb is outside of the B site now, and CLG are going to be splitting in towards mid to try and take this B site out of the hands of Stars. Karrigan will land that first frag of the round. He's going to pick a double kill with his USB. They're not going to be able to stop him here. Tarek and Cutler last alive, but Cutler's going to drop over into C4, maybe just Tarek on B, but he's actually doing some serious work. He's already picked up 2 kills, and the bomb is going down as well. Astralis, oh, look at this play though. They're both trying to retake from tunnels. There's going to be no idea coming from Tarek, and they will secure that. So yeah, obviously a really unexpected retake. It's the kind of thing Astralis are great at. both of them pushing in through tunnels instead of just playing a split. It's going to be, you know, even if Tarek did land one of those kills, a trade kill, you know, they're obviously perfect for Astralis, will be instantly happening. So very good play from the Danes, and Tarek was none the wiser there. So Astralis securing a 6th round on the board, and this map is going very well again to the CTs here.
Yeah, but it has been a bit of an indication with so many bomb plants that COG will be breaking their record of rounds in this 3rd place decider so far. If they just pick up one more, they will be having more rounds than the game we just saw previously. But Device, 13 kills in 9 rounds. That's also very, very strong performance from him.
But Cajun, you can see here pushing up towards short with the support of Karrigan in lower tunnel. This is great. Cajun's going to be baiting out the shots. But Karrigan goes massive. He's going to pick up, getting almost a double, but Tarek is right there with a trade kill, and it's back down to a 4-on-4. So fast trade and Tarek not being finished off is going to be very good for CLG, but this isn't very good for CLG indeed. Device, meanwhile, taking another shot. He's going to go for a second, but JDM, good trade by him. We're now back down to an equalised situation, and they need to hurry up and commit to this B bomb site. But the bomb, it's outside long. Cutler's going to be holding it, but right now, Astralis are getting a bit aggressive. They're getting aggressive, and they want to get a kill, and they will do exactly that. Zipix, you can see, he's not going to get too aggressive. He knows the stakes of this round. He's going to peek out, get one over in tunnels, and then just back off and play passive. And now, CLG have to grab that bomb with Cutler over towards top mid, and it's going to be a struggle to come back into this round with the time ticking down and not much utility left on the tees here, and no aggressive play from Astralis, I imagine. A bit of a peek towards mid with cajunb with the AWP, and he's going to hit JDM there down to 5 HP, but that's going to be all that's going to be gathered by Astralis, I think, until CLG commit to a site here, and they're going to be trying to do exactly that. dupreeh towards the back of A is going to be the man to stop this.
He does have a flash. He also has Cajun, who has a flash down in mid, so if he knows this early, then Cajun can flash for him. He can then peek, and that might be the round over in just a few seconds. The flash is going to be coming in. Cutler completely blinded. dupreeh takes a peek, but he doesn't actually fully commit to it. He does still have a flash himself, and he's going to peek without the flash. Going to be taking down Cutler, and he's then blinded, but now it's all left to JDM. With just 5 HP, it's very unlikely he's going to be winning this round, and has to dodge the flash, and Cajun just makes no mistake. Picks up the last remaining terrace plan. 7-3. It's already looking very, very good for Astralis once again. We saw a very dominant performance on the first map, and here on the second, it's looking like another crushing defeat coming in, perhaps. But CUG, obviously still with a bit of time, or at least a few rounds to work with, so that they can get back into this game. But they need to start building up some momentum is what I'm trying to say. And yeah, without that, if they don't start stringing a few rounds together here, it's just done.
I definitely agree, and this round should be going fairly easy to Astralis. CLG just buying up some pistols. Hayes not even getting anything, and he's going to be the decoy, just running straight out into long as he gets taken down by dupreeh, with the rest of the players finding out onto long, trying to get this trade. dupreeh's playing this very well, though. He's not over-peaking here. He's not challenging too much. He's going for 1 versus 1, so the pop flash coming out from his teammates is going to stun a few players there. So dupreeh is actually going insane. What was that? 4 kills against, I know it's only an eco, but obviously the play from dupreeh was perfect there. He peeks out, gets that first kill, obviously. Needs that information. He drops into pit as he sees all the rest of the players pushing, and instead of just peeking out again, he waits for the pop flash for his teammate coming up from long. They flash him, he peeks out, and he picks up their last double as one player jumps into pit as well, and he takes that. So good play by the Dane there. And we will see a double ult coming out on the T side here. So Tarek and JDM both picking them up. You can see Tarek, I think he's going to be going for the fast B play here. Heading in towards the site, does miss that shot towards Zipix. Bunny hopping too much there, and JDM holding off towards mid, but there's going to be no peek just yet. Oh, JDM, lovely shot. Going to be taking down Device over in mid, and he is going to be gathering the early advantage here for CLG, only 15 seconds into the round. So Karrigan needs to hurry up and go towards the trade mid, but the pop flash is going to come out, pushing him even further back. The support from CT also coming out. dupreeh drops with Cajun and Zipix coming out from the B site as well. A nade will come onto Fugly from Cajun, and now we're back down to a 4 versus 4. So Astralis doing what they do best and equalising the score.
So Karrigan sitting, just waiting in mid, but JDM finds another pick in mid this time. It's not from the same sort of range. This time it's close range. Before it was through the whole map, more or less. And we have Sipnix playing the B-bomb site alone. He's been playing it really, really well. He's been doing really well at getting information at the right times, and I'd love to see him push into dark here, but of course it is a rather hard decision to make without any information on the whereabouts of just a single terrorist here. Good setup though from the CTs, one guarding short and the other guarding long, and that's going to be exactly where the Ts are going to be coming in.
Exactly so now, and They saw it from JDM, of course. He's stepping up this map. He didn't do as well, obviously, on the landslide defeat last map, but up on Dust2, sorry. He's actually stepping and getting these back. They don't have many, but they're very important. The ones he gets opening up into rounds. Now we're going to be committing to the safe side. He's going to miss another shot. Cajun's still alive at the back of the side. They haven't punished him. Finally, Hayes will take him down, and now dupreeh over in pit is also very low as Cutler chimes in with one onto Ziphex. Now dupreeh has to pick up something massive here, but it's just going to be exit frags. I think he's stuck over in pit with 15 HP. The retake is going to be basically non-existent, and Cutler going to be backing off towards long, just holding the push from dupreeh, which is more than likely to come out. So Cutler should be taking this round here. As dupreeh, sitting in long doors, is ready to push out. Oh my god, dupreeh, what was that? He takes out Cutler now, 15 HP, and he still lands a shot onto the American there, and now 2 players remain. And I really don't think JDM should be challenging this, you know, up against a low HP against an M4. I think he should just back off, and he's going to do exactly that. So good play, not overpeaking too much, and we have 2 AWPs again for the T side now, but Tarek, hopefully not going to be caught out over in mid. Gets away with both those AWPs. So yeah, they're just going to allow Astralis to save that one rifle for the next round.
And it's good to see COG coming back onto the scoreboard with another round here. They definitely need it, and I think if they want to have a good chance at actually winning this game, they need the last 3. So those 2 AWPs should come in handy. Dust2 definitely a map where you can play a double AWP setup and play it well. A lot of other maps, it will be much harder to play a double AWP setup. You have maps like Inferno where it's also quite easy, but for example, a map like Cobblestone, where you usually have a solo player on A, you like to have an AWP player on B, and some do like to play the A-bomb site solo with an AWP, but generally it is played by a rifle player, and so you don't see too many double AWP setups on that CT side, for example. But here, on the CT side, we only have 1 AWP, and that has been the case throughout this whole half, I do believe. Whereas now the Ts are going to be trying to go with a double AWP setup, and we'll see how that works out for them.
Yeah, it seemed to be pretty effective last round. Of course, JDM doing some serious work over towards A and taking a kill onto mid as well. So hopefully we can see something like that again come out from the Americans. And if they can try and pick up, you know, a decent T half, it's always possible to come back into this. And we're going to see dupreeh getting a bit antsy towards long. He's getting a bit aggressive here. We've seen this position. He did get punished previously to the pop flash coming out from CLG, but if that doesn't happen again and they actually go towards long, he could do some serious damage here. And Fugly, oh, they're so close. The flash will come out. He'll be ready for it though. He's going to make it the frag onto Fugly. And now the trade does come out from Cutler, but he's done his work, and Device is going to capitalise on that 2 Cutler being finished off. And now Tarek has to come out of long with the AWP as his teammates. Hayes pushes up short. He gets the no-scope, but he's not going to hit it. Tarek going down there to the pistol of Device. And now 2 versus 3, but the retake is already on point. Karrigan's going to pick up that double kill. And that was just so unlucky for CLG because they try and get the plant towards short, and instantly we're going to see Astralis come out from short and stop them completely.
And 5 consecutive rounds for Astralis, then COG pick up a single round, and then they lose the next. So now the money has been reset. They do have money enough for an AWP. Of course, they got the bomb plant, which is going to be very nice for them, of course. It's going to come in handy. That gives them $800 extra per player. That's what happens if you get the bomb plant and you lose the round. Only in the case of you losing the round, though. And therefore, that is going to... JDM actually seeing 4 players cross, and I don't think he's going to repeat this. Not instantly, at least.
But look at this aggression in lower tunnels. We're seeing one player, Karrigan, just get out of there alive as he gets the support from his teammate with the smoke down mid, and being chased there by Fugly and Tarek. He's going to do so much damage onto Fugly, but talking about damage, Device is hitting him with a kill to start off onto JDM. Now that's the AWP out of the hands of CLG. Cutler will re-pick it up here for the Ts, but it's going to be hard to come back into this round already losing their key player and Fugly being so low. And Cajun up towards short. He's going to be ready with a pop flash. It will come out completely blinded Hayes, and now cajunb dropping down into CT spawn. So again, Astralis playing these aggressive positions, getting a pick and just repositioning. So CLG can't guess where they're going to be next.
Oh, and now dupreeh is smoked off short, so that's really not very viable anymore. It looks like they want to try to sneak out into mid once again and do their standard mid play, but then again, it is actually going to be the fake with the mid to spawn smoke and then them going up short. But they do have quite a few players playing towards the A-bomb, so I think if COG do actually go for this, it's not going to go very, very well. Fugly also low on HP, so there's not much he can do, but he's going to be trying to smoke off the spawn here, so that Cajun might rotate out of this position. as Device is holding strong. He's got a good position with the AWP. Going to be landing the first. Needs to find the second as well. It's definitely going to help them massively if he does. He does find Fugly. That's another player he was looking for. That was the low HP player taken out by the AWP. But cajunb quickly takes down Cutler. And 10 rounds on the CT side of Dust2. It just seems like... yeah. It kind of makes you think how Astralis would have played if this had been the grand final, and how results would have perhaps been different.
Yeah, definitely true, and just a complete takedown from Astralis. They're doing extremely well here on the CT side. And let's hope it transfers over to the T side, although I would like to see this go to 3 maps, despite the fact that I think saying Astralis would take Mirage. But regardless, CLG trying to come back into this round. Fugly and Cutler are going to be picking up pistol kills, and now they're securing rifles here for the T's, so this is actually more doable here for the Americans. And Xyp9x and dupreeh are going to be last 2 alive, but they're both towards mid, so CLG need to commit to another site. I think if they went towards B, it could be a good call, obviously. Retakers are going to be a lot harder for dupreeh if they take out Xyp9x over on the B site.
Yeah, CLG, 3 players alive, coming up short. They are going to be trying to take the bomb site here, and dupreeh is going to be battling the first. He takes him out, so that's equaling the numbers here, 2 versus 2, and then he falls back into long so he can retake together with his teammate. Now Xyp9x going to just be coming in from short, and he's going to be coming in from short delayed, but Fugly, because of this smoke, is still aware that there might be someone on the opposite side, and Xyp9x just playing this very patiently, waiting for Fugly. And if this smoke disappears and Fugly is in such an aggressive position, I think Xyp9x will win this battle, but Fugly giving up the angle at just the wrong time, and Xyp9x should be able to come in from behind and clean him out, so he will. That's 11-4 in favor of Astralis, and we are going into the second half of the second map of this best of 3 series, and this time, once again, it looks like a map going in favor of the Danes.
Yeah. It's really hard for CLG, because again, as we mentioned, especially in overpass, it's not like CLG are playing extremely badly or anything. They're not doing anything different. It's just that Astralis are playing on point today. I'm going to be readying up and going to the CT side, sorting out their setups, and actually Tarek will be readying up there in the chat. So Astralis going to be going for a armor-based buy, a couple of nades as well. P250 dropped on Device from Xyp9x, and he's going to be still left with... oh no, sorry, Device going to be buying the P250, and we're going to see Xyp9x up with armor as well. So 3 armors, 2 nade buyers. And CLG, again, going for a very default CT buy, 1 nade and kit buyer, and the rest going for armor. So Hayes is going to be up on that kit, played towards the B site now. So Astralis just going to be setting up a default, just playing very passive at the moment, not peeking too aggressively. We're going to see dupreeh challenging towards mid now for the first aggression, and Device supporting with a P250. But Tarek, he could do some work here. He's coming out with the USB, spots out Device. He's just waiting for the peek. Oh, but Xyp9x, first frag of the round. He's going up towards long. Aggression from Fugly is going to go punished here from the T's, and Xyp9x needs to capitalise on this. JDM's going to be holding the corner. He fires off a shot, but he's going to have to back off to join his team. And right now, the long push is completely initiated. dupreeh baiting out shots, and he's going to re-peek. And look at that headshot there with a P2K, taking down JDM. Tarek with a fast trade. Now it's back down to a 4 versus 3. Tarek's cornered between a rock and a hard place. He's going down to Device, and cajunb pushing up long is going to be one-tapping Hayes to death. And now Cutler is almost down to the grave now. He's going to be caught over a CT score. And look, 4 players challenging him. They've got nothing to lose right here. 11-4, going to 12-4, and Cutler is going to have a difficult chance at a retake here. 2 bullets, 1 bullet. He's out of ammo, ladies and gentlemen. He's got 1 bullet left there, and if he doesn't hit that shot, he's going to go down.
That's one of the rounds where you really like to see Astralis then go for the knife, like realize that he doesn't have any more bullets and then just chase him all over the map with the knife out. That'd be great. You know, it does give more dollars in the bank, and we saw cajunb building out quite a big bank at the start of the other half. Here he had a chance to do it once again, but CLG losing yet another pistol round, and when you don't really get many rounds throughout the game, and you don't manage to pick up either of the pistol rounds here in Dust2, your map pick, then there's just really no way back.
Exactly, so, JDM, so much potential there with that position. Push all the way up towards long, will be going down. Tarek is going to land a nice shot with that 5-7, but Hayes also chiming in. The refrags are coming out from Astralis, so they're taking advantage of the situation. They're equalising it, and more. Fugly and Cutler are lost alive here. They're on their 4-sport fire force, and Karrigan going to be shutting Cutler down towards mid, leaving just Fugly alone. 1 versus 3 with a CZ75 over towards middle, and Nade's going to be coming in hot, so he's going to be in a struggle here. Only 49 HP left on him, and a minute left on the clock. Astralis can head over to wherever they like, but it's not going to matter. 13-4 as Xyp9x picks up their last frag.
at least COG, they got 4 rounds this time, so it's better than the first map. But it's actually crazy if Astralis managed to have a 16-2 versus method, a 16-4 versus method, a 16-3 versus COG, and also a 16-4 versus COG, which could potentially be happening here. They had some big stomps, which Envy really haven't had many of. They did have 2 16-4s versus, I think there might have actually also been, oh, that was Cloud9, maybe, perhaps?
They had 1 16-4, yeah, and then Cloud9 brought it back in a little bit in Dust2. No, it wasn't
I'm fairly
Dust2.
certain that they had 2 consecutive on the last 2 maps.
Was that the one where in the Russian studio? Because Cloud9 got
No, it was a morning game.
Oh, okay. I might not have been there for that, but I remember they would get a 16-4 every day, Saturday day in the evening.
Yeah, but of course, just an eco cleanup here, so there's not too much to talk about. Not the most exciting rounds, generally speaking. Of course, if the CTs, in this case, the players without armor, manage to actually get the round, that's always very exciting. But in this case, they only do get 1 kill, and it's not going to really even put a dent into the economy of Astralis, who are cruising right now, almost at match point already, and it would be a very, very, very convincing win here.
Oh, but there's aggression over on short. Tarek's going to land the shot onto dupreeh, so that's a nice advantage now for CLG. They need to capitalise it, though, and Astralis are not going to be ready for this refrag. Instead, just sending a few players towards long, try and get a flank on. But look, CLG are still only rotating players into the site. 4 of them over towards long now. cajunb will get the much-deserved flank there from Hayes, and the refrag coming out from Tarek. But cajunb's not stopping. He's picking up a double kill over towards middle, catching these rotators from CLG. And now the bomb is going to be up on the site on the hands of Device. He'll be going for the safe plant now, and cajunb still holding middle here, not allowing them to take any positions on short. It's going to allow... See, this is a bit of miscommunication now, because I think Zipix assumes there's a player towards short, because cajunb's going to be holding it, so no one can be pushing short, so they must assume someone's still there, otherwise Zipix would not be holding it at all. And Device is going to be over towards CT spawn, which is exactly where CLG are going in. Oh, cajunb, he's got this flank into CT, he's going to be going for it. He lands a lot of shots, but he will be dropped by Tarek there. And Device picking up the pistol, he's going to go for the knife kill. He's going to miss though, and Tarek also being finished off by Zipix. Oh, Device, he knifed the smoke, but just missing that. Astralis, either way, take match point.
I don't actually think Device went for the knife there. I think he just had his knife out.
It seemed like he was I thought you saw him through the smoke and he was going for the knife.
That would have been absolutely amazing. But yeah, Dabu told me the other day that you kept saying Zifix, and now I just can't unhear it.
Zifix, yeah. So I called him Zifnix, and I kept on getting told by pretty much everyone that it was Zifix, and now...
No, it's just not an H sound. It's like Zipix.
Zipix.
Or Zipix. But dupreeh going to be opening up into this round. He does have a more easy name to say here, and he does have the AWP as well. dupreeh, not a guy you'd normally see pick up an AWP, but it is going to be the case. Karrigan not going to be picking up a weapon here, but he's going to be picking up a kill. And Device then once again going for a bit of spray with the P250 through a smoke and wow flash, more or less, just like the other round. But it looks like dupreeh is going to be going with the closing statement here in just a short amount of time. Tarek peeks, misses the shot, and then gets taken out by cajunb. So 16-3 and 16-4. What a best of 3. And the third place decider has been won by Astralis. They're on the screen right now. They're obviously very, very happy with how they performed here. And they have recently, you know, been in a bit of a slump. So this tournament has been important for their confidence. And them picking up this win in the third place decider is going to be very, very crucial for their, you know,
success,
confidence building. Yeah.
Especially as a new organisation, obviously built it themselves. That $30,000 is going to be a huge amount of money to play with now.